Hello everybody and welcome back to another Mountain View Soap Co video. My name is Hannah and today we are making my pumpkin patch soap. Now, if you've been around for at least a year now, you've probably seen this pumpkin patch soap before, and I wanted to bring it back because not only was it a bestseller last year, but it was also one of my favorite fragrances, and the wax melt mix that goes with this soap is absolutely amazing. So I'm like, I have to bring it back. It's all about the pumpkin pecan waffles, which is what this is scented in. And check out this really cool color morph slash change that the fragrance oil has on, or the effect that the fragrance oil has on the batter. It's very, very cool. And it will discolor just a slight bit, but for the most part, it's actually a very well behaved fragrance. Minus the color morphing, of course. When I first made this soap, you might remember last year, I was kind of like freaking out a little bit because when I was piping the frosting, it was actually like pink slash purple color, and I was having a heart attack because I thought I ruined an entire soap, but thankfully the color came back. Everything went well, but I am also, again, doing a drop swirl hanger for this. It's kind of been my favorite design to do, technique to do in soap making because A, it's really beautiful, B, it allows the colors to all be separate and not get too muddy or muddled, and also I'm not a super big fan of drop swirls, not in little not drop swirls, in the pot swirls. I'm not a big fan of those in tiny molds like this. If you have seen any of the larger soap makers like Jessie from Country Leather Soapworks, Margaret from Warm and Fuzzy Soapery, I can't speak today, they have really big, what we call them July molds from Warm and Fuzzy Soapery. Oh, one second, the kitten wants to leave. There you go. Go on. Sometimes he likes to come and hang out in the soap room. I've got some new Chewy, they're not Chewy, they're from Chewy, they're little bat mice. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Anyway, now that distraction's out of the way, they have giant slab molds that are either like 31 pounds or 25 pounds or whatever it may be, and my goodness, in the pot swirls look really, really good when you have a big giant slab like that, but personally, I feel like it's either way too swirly or not enough swirl when you're only using a small mold like this. So I prefer the drop hanger as like an alternative to the in the pot swirls. Now, I am obviously using the same piping tip that I always use because I love this piping tip. Now, I am going to put glitter on top of this soap. The blend that I'm using is called Sweater Weather. Unfortunately, the Good Glitter did not bring that blend back this year, but if you'd like to use something very similar, you can use Fall Vibes. I also wanted to let you know that this is the last day that you can get 15% off all of the fall colors, and will be the last day that you can use my code to get an additional 15% off. You can always get 15% off with my code, but you can only get double 15% off today. So you automatically get 15% off the colors and blends from the fall collection on the website, and then you can use my code to stack the discount. The second glitter that I'm using for this is Pale Blue in Chunky and Extra Chunky. I love the way that the pale blue looks with the actual blue pumpkin, so I thought that that was a really nice tie-in, and it also, ties the base in with the top, and it looks really nice, and this, that, and the other. And I haven't explained this in a little while, so for those of you that don't know, the Good Glitter is a biodegradable glitter made of eucalyptus cellulose, and not only is it skin safe, but it's actually good for the environment. It becomes food for the waste-eating organisms that are in our wastewater systems and stuff like that. So it actually feeds them, which helps, them eat the waste and this, that, and the other. So it helps. It actually is good for the environment. So that's one thing that I always like to highlight. And it is the only glitter that I use except for 2 blends from Mad Micas. One of those blends is actually getting pushed into the Good Glitter because they just released Hollow this summer, and then the other one from Mad Micas is a Star Glitter, and I obviously am obsessed with it. It was on my Galaxy soap. It was also on my Galaxy Brownie, Cosmic Brownie inspired soap. So that's it. I just used the good glitter. I also wanted to let you know that this soap will be available on September 3rd at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's a Saturday, and I wanted to ask you what your thoughts were and if you like the Saturday releases. I have always done Saturday releases for the most part unless I couldn't be around on a Saturday. So I just kind of went with that for this one. But if you prefer something else, definitely let me know below. I don't know if Fridays are better at like 7 or 8 or something like that. I know waiting a whole extra day is not ideal for some people, but half the time I am uploading stuff early in the morning because I'm so behind and this, that, and the other. But we're working on it. We're getting better. Things are finally, catching up to themselves. And I swear, if you are not behind, you are probably not a soap maker. And if you are not behind, you're probably not a business owner either. So I feel like that's a given nowadays. And I'm working as hard as I can while still trying to give myself some time off and enjoy time with my family. And my boyfriend, was his birthday this weekend. So, okay, anyway, back to the soap. I am going to show you what this guy looks like here shortly. And I feel like I did a pretty good job, at least this time around, of making the blue and the orange and the white kind of equal to each other instead of having it be more of a mainly white, kind of a little bit of blue, kind of a little bit of orange type of a soap. Last year I liked that, but I wasn't as obsessed with it as I wanted to be, so I figured I would fix that this year. And I would love to have a photo to show you what it looks like, but unfortunately I do not have a photo of last year, but I do cut this one on camera. And I did do a better job of showing you all of the individual cuts for the most part. Obviously, I'm still not the best, but we're getting there. There's improvements. But this is what the bar looks like on the inside. And I'm really happy with the way it came out. You can see a little tiny bit of that blue glitter in there as well, which makes it look really nice. And again, like I said, I did add a little bit too much titanium dioxide to my frosting. But overall, it still came out really nice. And yeah, I'm very, very excited. So if you have not already checked out the last video on the gnome soap that I just made, the first video in the fall collection, I want to thank you so very much for the people that did see it already, because that is the best a video has performed for me since I moved in May. And obviously I know I haven't been super consistent with uploads to YouTube or anything like that, but it was really nice to see a video do really well again. So thank you so very much. If you haven't seen it, if you head to my channel, it should be just the second video after this one. Also, while you're there, you can hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. We are on our way to 3,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I also want to thank everyone that has gone over to Instagram or TikTok to follow me over there. I think I'm nearing 30,000 followers on TikTok, and we just hit 13.4K over on Instagram, which the growth has been absolutely amazing. I'm very, very grateful for all of you. Now that I'm kind of back and paying attention to myself and, things in the business and stuff like that, I'm trying to do a little bit of a better job of, coming back to my roots and getting back on YouTube and focusing, on all of the platforms, but not so heavily focusing on one versus the other. This week, I'm actually in the middle of a 2-week hiatus from doing TikTok lives because, basically what I got into was feeling upset and sorry that I wasn't going live enough, or I would push off soap making because I was like, oh, I could do this on a live. And I just was getting so overwhelmed and so worked up about it that I'm like, I gotta take a break. This is not healthy for me, and it's not worth it either. So if you are on TikTok and you are noticing that same feeling or feeling that same way, it is okay to take a break. At the end of the day, the TikTok algorithm is very complicated. I'm going to be doing a couple tests here soon to see if I can, I don't want to say beat it, but try to figure it out a little bit more. My biggest piece of advice though, do not listen to any of the people that claim to be TikTok gurus that know what's going on, because I can very much so promise you 99% of the stuff they're going to tell you is not true. Anyway, that is it for my little rant today on TikTok and all of the platforms. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Don't forget about the good glitter. I also do have 30% off on the website for summer scents. They will be removed tomorrow morning, so if you'd like to check that out, you can head over to my website. The link is in the description. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you on Thursday. All right, bye.